Hi, Purpose Partner. Welcome to another episode of Rise to Your Purpose, a personal and spiritual development podcast for female entrepreneurs with a mission. We are your hosts, Brandie and Natalie.
We are founders of Victorious Entrepreneurs Rising, where we guide women to build profitable businesses online through diversifying your income, using kingdom principles in marketing, and operating in a spirit of rest so that you can create kingdom impact.
After this episode, be sure to join our Purpose Partner Facebook community and get your copy of our Rise to Your Purpose devotional so we can continue to serve you as we partner together in our faith and business. Let's dive into today's episode. Hey, friends and Purpose Partners. I am so excited to have my special dear friend with me, Michelle Tufford. We go way back, but I really want to highlight her today for being one of the amazing course contributors and coaches inside of the Girl Power Alliance platform. If you have not heard of GPA yet, this is a global organization of Christ-centered personal and professional development. And so you can come in as a member, and we also have an income producing opportunity as well, where you can refer our programs and courses and membership. But I really just wanted to highlight like what is actually going on inside this platform. What can you get? And so I really wanted to just give you an opportunity for those listening to meet the course coaches and see what's actually going on in here. So Michelle, thank you so much for taking your time today.
Of course. Very excited to be here. Love what you're doing with your podcast and definitely here with Girl Power Alliance. Love all of the value that is offered in here and grateful that I get to be one that gets to come and just add to that value, just the things that are working for me and in business. And yeah, so I'm excited to be here today.
I would love for you to share a little bit about your background coming from like a coaching space yourself and also having your own business too before partnering with Girl Power Alliance, just so we can get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely. So as a mama, I've got two littles. My son is 9, my daughter is 6. And about 5 years ago, I decided that I was done dropping my kids off at someone else's house, having someone else raise my children. And I wanted to be able to work from home. And so really leveraging these online businesses became very important to me to learn so that I could be home. And so I dove in. I invested in courses and training and started businesses and was able to grow and build some pretty successful businesses. I had a network marketing company that did so well that my husband was actually able to quit his job as a police officer for 14 years. And we were making good income from that, as well as another coaching program that I had built, and just was loving being able to just make an income online and have the flexibility. And even my heart for wanting to coach. I definitely love being able to help other people learn the skills and strategies to see success themselves, right? But definitely love the Lord and thankful in all of that the Lord led me to this organization now that I get to partner with that is all about growing and building businesses, but doing it from a kingdom focused way. And since being a part of this organization, have actually walked away from that direct sales business that I started and the coaching program and went all in with Girl Power Alliance about a year and a half ago. And really just marries up with what I feel called to, which is coaching and helping women and then just keeping God at the forefront of what we get to do. But I love, being as a course contributor here, still being in alignment with that like coaching piece and like adding value and things. So yeah, I mean, long story short, that's a little bit of my backstory and what led me here and just my heart for coaching and helping women. So yes, I know that I actually had a moment just like that on my live where I was trying to share, but then like coughing. It's please, and don't you love the mute button there, Brandie?
Yeah, oh my gosh, I have like this tickle in my throat. That will not go away. Oh, okay. So I would love to hear you just talk more than me right now.
Perfect.
But two, share like what kind of drew you into Girl Power Alliance and wanting to partner with them? And then let's start there. Let's just start with that.
Yeah, definitely. So really what drew me in, I mentioned, being in a place where I was growing and building businesses. I was making an income, right? But I was got to a point where I was feeling really burnt out. I was kind of caught in that hustle culture of making the money and being the driver and seeing the success, but then realizing like I just feel really unfulfilled. Like this was what I was after of like making the money and having the flexibility and the freedom. And had that like, so I'm like, why do I still feel so unfulfilled and a lot of anxiety and stress because I think because my husband had just quit his job, it was like, ooh, now what was kind of the security for our family, what I saw as our security of like this consistent income coming in for my husband stopped. Like, even though we were making enough money to pay the bills, I was like, oh, well, I can't fail now. It
Mhm.
was like what was fun and extra
Yeah.
now became like pressure and expected. And if I didn't do that, then I was letting everybody down, my husband. And didn't want to be seen as a failure. And my husband was
Yeah.
going to have to go back and all these things. So the pressure just like really came in strong. And that's when the Lord had revealed to me that I wasn't really trusted and partnered with him, that I was really relying in on my own strength. And even realizing that I had made an idol out of just money in general, that my hope and my trust was not in the Lord. I did not see him as my provider. I saw my husband and his consistent job, and me, the driver that I am, that I can go out and make sales. And so the Lord is so good in that season to tell me, like, and show me
Yeah.
that I wasn't trusting him. And that's when he really started to kind of draw me in and started to kind of teach me. And in that told me that I needed to surround myself with other kingdom business entrepreneurs who are growing and building businesses, but we're doing it in partnership with him so that I could see it modeled and be taught kind of what that looks like. And so I was introduced to Girl Power Alliance from Natalie Lesson, your sister, and I was just so grateful because I got on a call with Michelle Schaefer, the founder of the organization, and not knowing kind of how this whole thing worked. I knew that it was, personal professional development and that there was a Christ-centered element. But beyond that, I didn't really understand what that looked like or what that meant. So I got on a call with Michelle and I just knew the Lord highlighted to me. He said, women like this. I was like, okay, I know I need to be surrounded by kingdom women. And she has that like driver, like she's a go-getter. I'm like, yes, like
Mhm.
I love that about her, but that she is keeping God at the forefront. Like, yes,
Yes.
I want to be mentored by women like that. So I said yes for the mentorship. I said yes for just being in community here because I knew I needed to be surrounded by that.
Yeah. I love that you, like you mentioned, like you're coming here too, and you're also getting poured in. But now on the flip side, you're also being one of our course contributors and coaches inside of Girl Power Line. So I'd love for you to share about your specific course. So yours is geared towards TikTok 101 is what it's called, and
Mhm.
really how you use TikTok to build and generate leads. So I would love you to share a little more about your specific course.
Yes. So TikTok, it's funny because I drug my feet to even get on TikTok. I was leveraging primarily Facebook for my business for the first 4 years and saw good success there. But I started kind of seeing what was going on TikTok, but I didn't want to get on there for a number of reasons.
Yeah.
One of them being that, like, oh, that's for the young people, or that's where they just do dancing and all of that. I'm like, I'm not into that. But then I just felt like it just kept coming up, and I started to feel like, well, this is actually a nudge from God. Like, this is where He wants me to go. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna be obedient. Let's go see what this is about. Got over on TikTok and started to see like, wow, like this is an untapped like
Yeah.
platform still, was growing really, really fast. And it's actually part of my story too, of how God used that platform to blow up my business here within Girl Power Alliance. And it was really cool. One day I actually went to bed. I posted a piece of content, on TikTok. It's, the reels and things, posted one that was a specific call to action for people to learn more about Girl Power Alliance. I had done it a few times, got a few leads here and there, nothing crazy, but went to bed, woke up the next morning and literally let it went viral. Like
Mhm.
it went viral overnight, ended up having like over 1,000 women on that one piece of content saying, I want to learn more about what you have. And ended up being a huge, huge thing that again, the Lord used in confirmation for me of like really going all in here with Girl Power Alliance. But really just seeing like, wow, there's a lot of potential here with being able to grow and build your business and also love the ministry side, like being able to reach people for the Lord. So many people over there, especially with the younger generation, right, coming into that. And so a huge heart for how we can use these platforms for ministry. But wow, like I said, really able to grow and build my business very quickly with TikTok. So being able to like take those strategies and say, hey, like, if you're brand new and maybe you've been kind of thinking about getting started, for me, it was like I wanted to be able to give people a training that was going to be step by step.
Mhm.
Because oftentimes what holds us back from getting on a platform is like, oh, we're brand new at something. I don't know how to start. So I wanted to be able to walk like hand in hand with someone through getting started brand new. So it is called TikTok 101 for those of you who are like, this is a brand new platform. I don't know what I'm doing. This course is for you because I literally walk you through every step from creating your account to what do you name? What's your handle? Like there's all these things you want to think about when it comes to optimizing your account, making sure that it is search engine like friendly because TikTok is a little bit more search engine based. They want to be a platform where people can come and search for things, kind of like YouTube. So keywords and things matter. And so I go through that in the course, talk about content strategy, how you can like get started from a brand new account to getting yourself to the goal is over 1,000 followers as quickly as possible so that you can get your link in bio because you want to be able to generate those leads and take them through your funnel, right? Which
Mhm.
would be through your link and how you want to lead your
Yeah.
leads to the next step, right? To then we can get more people booked on your
Mhm.
calendar, more sales coming in for your business. So those are all things that we talk about on the course because I've been able to leverage it and it's been able to grow my business very quickly. So
I loved it. I loved your course. And I've seen my own growth in that area too, just by implementing a few of the things that you suggested. And I've watched some of the other women inside of our membership program who've taken your course as well, like seeing growth as well, and they're getting leads for their businesses. And yeah, I love the strategy. I love that this is a place where we can come and do that. And I just love the heart behind it too. Like one of the things that has stuck out to me that you've said, I don't know where I heard you say it, but you're like, God told me, do you want me to like, and I'm gonna butcher this. I think you know what I'm trying to say, but like God told me to reach, why reach one person when you can reach like thousands of women?
yes. Mhm.
So do you want to repeat that in your own words of how you
Yeah,
actually said that?
well,
But I
it
love
goes
that.
with the story that
Yeah.
honestly led me to going all in here with Girl Power Alliance. So I was actually at the very first conference that Girl Power Alliance had. Going into that conference, I felt like the Lord was telling me to walk away from my coaching program that I had built and the direct sales business that I built, both of those businesses that had brought my husband home and was bringing in the income. I felt like the Lord was asking me to leave that and do Girl Power Alliance solely,
Yeah.
and which was so scary to me because I was like, I'm gonna have to bring in a lot of people here in order to replace that income. It took me years
Yeah.
to build, right? And like the Lord wants me to walk away and start over, right? So going into that conference, I had that in my mind. And so, and I knew that the Lord was maybe leading me away from that, but I said, Lord, at this conference, please just give me confirmation. Like I need confirmation that this is actually what you want me to do. And while I was sitting in the conference, I felt the Lord just like so clearly in my mind. He came and he asked me that question. He said, Daughter, why are you so afraid to impact thousands of women for me? And I
Mhm.
was like in that moment where I was like, Lord, yeah, like I am afraid because I think I can't do it. And
Mhm.
I love that he came in and like acknowledged that. He said, You're right, you can't do it. He
Mhm.
said, but watch what we can do or what I can do when you partner with me. And so it was like, wow, Lord, yes. Like I just want to give you my yes and be obedient. And than it was in that I started to move forward, like letting, those things go and to go in with Girl Power Alliance. And it was like a few weeks later on TikTok. So I was new on TikTok at this time still. I was probably maybe 6 weeks into TikTok at this moment. And that was when I posted that TikTok. It went viral. And then the thousands of women overnight. It was like that I told you so moment from the Lord. And like he brought it back to my memory of like, oh, like this is what, this is the Lord, like this is what I'm talking about. This is what I can do. And he did it on TikTok. So it's cool to see how God can like use these, platforms.
Mhm.
I obviously have a heart and passion for TikTok because the Lord led me there, and then seeing what's possible. And yeah,
Mhm.
the, being able to grow and build your business in partnership with the Lord. And also from an authentic place. My heart is always like, how can I teach people how to grow and build their business in a way that people are coming to you?
Mhm.
Because there are ways you can market yourself to where you have people actually coming to you saying, I want to learn more about what you have. Because I've never liked the feeling of like chasing people down
Yep.
or
Same.
like I wanted to be able to just authentically share and then have people actually come to me. So that's how I like to teach. That's how I teach even in the TikTok strategy of like, how can you position yourself, get your messaging in such a way that people are actually reaching out to you, wanting to know more about your business and things. So
That's way more fun to have
yeah,
people come to you too than to have to
a lot
feel
more
like
fun.
I have to
Yeah.
go find these people. Well, no, like they'll just come to you if you market yourself the proper way. So I love that you
Oh,
also train
sweet.
that in your program as well. And I think that is a very impactful tool, especially where I feel like people are craving the truth and they're craving authenticity and vulnerability and just that a real genuine connection
Mm,
where for so long it's kind of just been fake or sleazy or desperate. And so like it's refreshing. And I think what we're doing here is refreshing. We are changing the narrative on so many different types, ways you do business and how you do business, how you operate.
mhm,
And it's just been really beautiful to watch the women here grow from the courses and the trainings that we have inside and the certification programs that we have inside of the platform. And even see myself and even watch you grow because we kind of came in together like we were partnered together in different business and coaching practices and then yeah we both kind of came over around the same timeline and partnered with Girl Power Alliance, and it's just been really cool to see both of our stories, how God is he's just in the details and he divinely orchestrates everything. And it's just so beautiful to watch him work. And when you actually give him your yes, like you say, and yeah, like, are we here just for the one, or are we here to like impact the world and like go and make disciples of the world? And I think that message is so powerful that you just shared. So thank you, Michelle, for sharing that with us.
You're so welcome.
Is
Yeah.
there anything else as we wrap up that you would just like to share with our audience who are maybe they're on the fence or maybe they're still like, what's the value here? What is this for me that you would want to speak to that?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So I know for me, I can speak to what I've experienced and just the transformation that have gone through being a part of this organization. My favorite part, obviously, is the women here, the mentorship, the people you surround yourself with matters, and just getting to link arms with people who are on mission is so powerful. And the fact that we're collaborative, that's the other thing I love is you come here and you don't get access to just one person and like the gifts and talents the Lord has placed on them. Because oftentimes if you go, you hire a coach or you buy a course, it's great value, but I
Mhm.
feel like limited in the sense of like you're only getting like one small piece of value. But when you come here, because you get access to all of these different women who have skill set, right? And gifts and talents the Lord's placed on them. You get access to so much more in a collaborative model like this at such a much more affordable price point too.
Great.
Because I know for me, before I came here, my last coach, I paid $10,000. I'm like, yeah, there's value in those, but I will say, since being a part of this, I've gotten way more value here than I have in any other program I've ever invested in, and so much more affordable, and also get paid to do it. So it's like for me as an entrepreneur, I think, why not, be a part of something that as I'm getting value, I think my natural tendency as a business owner and someone who loves to share value is I'm going to turn around and share it. There are people already, when I came here, I was like, oh, so and so, I know she would love this or need this, right? The referral piece is being able to provide even more value in partnership with an organization that's collaborative like this. Is just a no-brainer when it comes to growing your business. You need to be investing in yourself in some way. Might as well be in a place that you're going to get the most value.
I agree with you. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, as you were talking, this thought popped into my head. I'm like, I am always going to be investing in growth and learning and personal and professional development in some form or fashion. And that was one thing that really drew me here because I'm like, I'm kind of like, my husband's like, you need to get a hobby. I'm like, reading professional and, personal and professional development books is a hobby. Like, that is my hobby. And so to actually come here and that, like, get to continue to pour into myself and grow with the mentorship and the leaders here, and also like the just like the courses I can take whenever I want to, but then also get to have this be a part of my income and how I generate and provide for my family and my community is just like such a beautiful partnership. And I just love, like you said, that collaboration in like every sense of the word. So I'm so glad you brought that up because I was like, yes, it's like the best of both worlds here, where I can still get my coaches and like kind of be a coach junkie and tap into that space, but then also like I get to continue to pour into my clients as I share and refer this platform to them as well. So yeah, it's definitely the best of both worlds. So thank you so much, Michelle, for taking the time today to share about your TikTok course. And I really want to encourage everybody listening, like if you guys are wanting to grow your business in the online space, and specifically in TikTok, like this is such an amazing course for you, but also there's transferable skills here that you can learn. And I think that's the beauty too, is like any course that you take, there's going to be transferable skills that you can implement across multiple platforms or different strategies. So there's just like value in so many different levels. So I want to encourage you to check out the link in the show notes because that's going to point you to our just to learn more about what we're doing here at Girl Power Alliance and get you connected with myself and Michelle. So thank you so much, Michelle, for joining me today. And I hope you guys all have a great day.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. We would love to hear from you. So please share your takeaways by tagging @LiveVictorious over on Instagram and leave a review.
This will help us get more visibility and reach more women like you for the kingdom. We appreciate you and are praying for you as you shine your light in the business world and rise to your purpose.